Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back. It is episode number 27 of the realistic career mode. Lots to get through today. As always, our first quarter-final with Manchester United in the Carabao Cup as we play host to Brentford, who we just beat in the Premier League. Big 3-0 victory and a tough game to start stays us off as well. Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge and a big battle early for European football next season. Come on, the Red Devils. Win against Brentford, definitely our best win of the season so far. Not that there's been many to choose between, unfortunately, but really good performance. And you know, we talked about it right at the start of the season. The problem is, you got to be consistent. Like, you have to be consistent. If you want to be a Champions League team, and again, obviously in real life we know it's top 5, but in the game it's going to be top 4. You want to be a top 4 team out of 20. You can't just win occasionally, play well occasionally. You got to do it game after game after game. That's been our problem starting the season off. A lack of consistency. Best way to get that back, start winning consistently. Vlahovic down the right hand side. Of course, we sold to Chelsea at the start of the season. They being in the Champions League, us not in Europe at all. Well, next season we'll see who's in the Champions League between us two. I don't think we'll both be there. Sanchez finds Udogie. We made a really good start here, and now Sancho played through. As we know, Chelsea are sending him back at the end of the season. Come on! But I don't want this guy to go back to Bilbao. It's 8 already for our new number 10 up top. What a finish. Out of all the signings we made to start the season off, I think probably Sanchez might be the only one where I was thinking, what a tackle, taps over. Would Manchester United be able to pull that off after a season like last year? You know, we talked about it before. We're trying to do things as realistically as possible as we can in the transfer market. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I might have possibly overstepped the mark there for that one. Not too sure. But Bilbao aren't in the Champions League this season in the save. So, and again, with Manchester United, we might not be a great team at the moment, but we are still a big European club. It's probably the only one I was thinking about after I made the signing. I was like, should I have done that? Not too sure, but put it this way, I'm glad I have, because he has been nothing short of sublime. As Noni finds Cole Palmer, wonderful touch, and the finish hits the post, and the Red Devils will escape. 33 in, still in front for now. Hannibal, great tackle, and I must say, even though Sanchez has been my top scorer to start this season off, even though... Hold on. Oh, what a save, Sanchez, and Chelsea will clear. Gomez has popped up with a few goals as well. I think Hannibal is looking at my favourite signing out of the lot so far, man. Really liking him. And trusting him once again to start this one ahead of Ugarte. We are still currently leading by 1. Robert Sanchez keeping the Blues in it for now. As things stand, we are set for back-to-back Premier League wins for the first time since the start of the campaign. Martinelli's shot blocked by Tapsoba. Palmer keeps a chance alive. Pop through to Noni. There's the leveller. Couldn't keep him at bay. Martinelli gets away from Murillo. This could be a late winner for Chelsea. Coming from behind. This is what is going to stop us making the Champions League. Lack of consistency. Goal up, lose it 2-1. It can't happen against anyone, let alone a Champions League rival. Absolutely bottled it in West London. And simply put, that just can't happen this season. Newcastle's winning the following game either. Next start back at Old Trafford, but hosting the champions Liverpool coming to Manchester. Always a really feisty affair. And if we lose this game at home and get turned over as well, I said in the last episode, the alarm bells might start ringing. They will be deafening if we get beat in this one by a couple of goals. Liverpool next up at home. Champions in real life now, as we know. We knew for a while, to be fair, didn't we? It was going to be Liverpool's title. A lot of people were saying this season, it's been a bit of a dull season. You know, Liverpool got away and never really looked back, and you know, bottom three's been confirmed for quite a while as well. But to me, the race for the Champions League spots and European football in general has been brilliant and one of the best races I can remember in a while as well. So, granted, the title race hasn't really been too intense this year, but Sanchez almost fired us into an early lead. The race for European football has been brilliant, and there probably will be another great race for European football this season in a save as well. We're outside it right now. Only way to get back in it is by winning consistently. Yeah, for a long time, maybe not for Champions League qualification, but Europa and Conference, there were some dark horses that were still in the race, such as Bournemouth and Fulham. Obviously fell a bit towards the end, but Hugo Larsson takes his time, denied by Courtois. It's been a really fun race this year for those European spots. And in this season to save, well, the pressure is on me early doors after stumbling a little bit. Despite winning our first 3 games. We've only won 3 since then. Oh! And Courtois claims that. Great start here though, but still 0-0. It's actually 3 wins in 9 games, not 3 wins in 10. But even so, it's not much. It doesn't make much of a difference. But even so, as Victor finds Yildiz, it will be 3 wins in 10. Now, we're not coming from behind to win this. And we're going to lose again. 1-0 down. Sacked in the morning. You're getting sacked in the morning. Is it too early for that? Is it too early for that? I mean, you know, we're not outside the top 10, but this is Manchester United. They've got big expectations. Come on. Can't lose this on the back of that loss to the bridge, man. Come on. I was curious on where Trent is in this save, by the way. You might have seen it, actually, a couple episodes ago. He's at Arsenal right now. He's playing in North London, Arteta. And obviously, yeah, you guys probably would have seen this final game at Anfield when he was subbed on. You know, getting booed by quite a lot of the Anfield faithful. Honestly, I heard some different takes on this, some different opinions on it. Obviously, Jamie Carragher was quick to rush to his defence, or Liverpool icon, of course, Jamie Carragher. But I kind of understand it from both sides. I understand it because if he was going, but you know, oh, Sanchez, so unlucky, getting a transfer fee received for his services. I don't think Liverpool fans would be as annoyed about that. But running your contract down when you're one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world, in that role, and then leaving on a free to, granted, not a division rival, but could you call Real Madrid a European rival of Liverpool? So, I think so, especially after the recent years. I kind of see why they're so upset about it. I see it from both angles. Trent's given all for his club. He's won everything there is to win at Liverpool. But on the other hand, it's where he's going and how he's going. Do you know what I mean? I see it from both sides, really. If Trent Alexander-Arnold left to join Bayern Munich or Inter Milan for £90 million, for example, I don't think any Liverpool fan would hold it against him or boo him either for all the service he's given there. But then I do see it from his point of view as well. He's won everything there is to win at Liverpool. He wants to experience football in a different country, chance to win some different domestic honours as well. I see it from both sides. I really do. I can see why Trent would want to leave, but I also see why Liverpool fans would be disappointed with the way he's leaving and who he's leaving to as well. Difficult one, and I'm sitting on the fence as I always do. Anyway, I'll take the point there. Following contest, heading into this one, no wins in our last 2 in the Premier League. Our form continued to be inconsistent at best. Next up, also a great start in the save in the season, just like the season every now and in real life as well. Nottingham Forest in the top 4 away at the City Ground next up. I'm trying to think of an example really where there's a similar kind of thing that's happened. I guess again the Kane to Bayern move kind of is the only one I can really think of where there's a bit of similarity there. You know, a player that came through the academy and whilst Trent didn't go out on loan, you know, ends up becoming a bit of a club icon as a youth academy graduate and then leaves after so many years to go abroad. And Kane didn't even win a trophy for Spurs, whereas Trent won everything. But the difference is Kane got a ton of money for Bayern Munich. For Spurs from Bayern Munich. Trent's getting nothing given to Liverpool. And again, it's a club that they have had a bit of beef with, especially over the past 10 years. So I do again, it's the manner of how it's happened, you know. I see it from Trent's point of view. I see why he's so desperate to go and experience football in a different country and to be considered a Galactico. Very few players get that tagline in their career. I see it from his point of view, but I see it from Liverpool's point of view as well. In the NBA, there's a thing called sign and trade, where a player who is having his contract about to expire will re-sign a contract extension with that franchise and then get traded away to another one in the same off-season. So that way, when they're leaving, the franchise they're leaving still gets something in return for them. Kevin Durant did that with the Warriors. He did a sign and trade, and then he went to Brooklyn, but the Golden State Warriors still got something in exchange for his services, so it didn't hurt as much when he left. And I think that's something I'd like to see in football as well, like a sign and sale, if you will. You know, there's a handshake agreement between the clubs, so Trent could say, all right, I'm going to sign a year extension for Liverpool, for example, but there's a handshake agreement, and that means that Real Madrid can sign me for, let's say, 40 mil in the summer. Still not as much, but still it's something. Do you know what I mean? It's the only way I can think it would be less hurtful to the fans, if you will. Anyway, it's still 1-0 here. What on earth is that? 32 minutes to go. And as things stand, a big victory against a Champions League rival if we can cling on. We couldn't do it at the bridge. Let's see if we've learned from our mistakes. It's always so easy for football fans to say what they would do if they were in that situation, because we have the luxury of knowing we'll never be in that situation. Do you know what I mean? So it's easier for us to say, oh, I would have done this if I was Trent, but we're not Trent, you know, so we never have to worry about this. But if I was him, what I would have done, if I was so desperate to go and play abroad, you know, chance to win domestic honours with another team in another country, come on, anyone but Real Madrid, let's be honest here. And also get something for the club that have been so good to you since coming through the academy and being trusted at such an early age as well. You know, handshake agreement with Arnie Slot at the start of the season. Let him know this will be your last year. Sign a 12-month, 24-month extension so you know a club's going to have to pay for your services, and they would be willing to pay. And then go to Inter, go to AC Milan, go to Bayern Munich, but Real Madrid, I see why it hurts, man. I see why it hurts the fans. Anyway, what a win this was, man. Massive 3 points. Right, let's leave that discussion in the past now. I think I've said all there is to say about it. And now focus on the present. Big win there at the City Ground. No defeats in our last 2 in the league. And now let's get back to good form as well. Cherries coming to Old Trafford next. By the way, a long time ago, I was talking about how walkout music. I love like walkout music for individual clubs. Z-Car is one of my favourites. And it's so annoying EA have removed that from the game, probably due to licensing. But also, I want to touch Sanchez. Oh, he's on fire. 11 goals for the Premier League season already. He is on fire, man. And Newcastle's hometown hero is probably my absolute favourite in the Premier League. But I've always thought for Manchester United, opportunity missed. Why don't they use Come On You Reds by Status Quo? One of the most iconic Manchester United songs of all time. Come on, you Reds, come on, you Reds, just keep your bottle and use your heads for 90 minutes. We'll let them know it's Man United, here we go. Why don't they use that? Why do they never use that? I've never understood why they don't use that song. It's iconic. So second half underway, as things stand, we are keeping our bottle and using our heads, still leading by 1. And this will be a big victory and back-to-back wins in the league for the first time since August. It's now December. That goes to show you how difficult this first season has been. But a win here will be priceless. Jadon Sanchez brilliantly well. You know he's looking for Sanchez, who's been on fire. Instead he takes it all the way, but puts the finish well wide of the post as we still lead by 1. That should have been probably the dagger. 38 minutes to go. Can we hold on? Speaking of songs, do you know what I also don't like? Our national anthem. I don't like it. There's so many people, especially now in 2025, are anti-monarchy. Why are we still using God Save the King? Why are we still using it? Seriously, it should be Jerusalem. Jerusalem or Land of Hope and Glory. Either or. As Sancho this time wisely offloads, and Sanchez says thank you very much this time for giving me the ball for my second and the dagger, and that will do it. Get with the times, man. Seriously, it definitely should be Jerusalem or Land of Hope and Glory. And well, maybe that's what I would have requested having joined here at Manchester United. Our walkout song now should be Come On You Reds, Come On You Reds. Just in the middle, whipped in, free header. Oh dear. Oh dear. Shouldn't happen. That's just so poor. We should hold on to the win, but free header, floated in. No one goes towards Samuel Ricky. That can't happen, man. And those are the silly mistakes you have got to cut out. Yeah, points are in the bag, but come on, concentrate. Hold on to the clean sheet. Goal difference can sometimes be the difference between a position lost or gained. Yeah, I might have lost our heads towards the end of the game, but didn't lose control of the win. 2-1 victory, back-to-back wins in the league, 7 points taken for a possible 9 in our last 3, and a big win here at St Mary's will put us in the top 4 for just the second time this season. Let's get another big 3 points here on the South Coast, come on. By the way, Southampton getting a point and a clean sheet against Man City to prevent the point equaling record with Derby County. Who saw that coming? Like, who saw that coming on the weekend? I don't know who was betting on that game, but fair play, because you must have earned a bit of money. I mean, I was pleased enough because I captained Diaz. And I had Edison in goal in my fantasy team. But even so, I did not expect the Saints to shut the door and get themselves a point as well. Fair play to them for that, man, seriously. Anyway, 1-1 here, 13 minutes in. Angel goes instant leveller. I'm not just saying this. I always thought Southampton would get enough points to avoid that record, because I've gone on record as saying this as well. I do believe that barring points deductions, I don't think that record, oh my goodness, will ever get broken. I think at least not in my lifetime, I don't think. But even so, in this game here, if Southampton win, they will already avoid that points record, which is their 3rd win of the season. It's a double already. We are 2-1 down, and well, 3 decent results in a row. What's happening here? Oh, what a ball. What a ball. It's going to be a hat-trick. It's going to be a hat-trick. 41-minute hat-trick against me. This is embarrassing. I'm going to wait the white flag in a moment because we've got Brentford in the Carabao quarter-final in the week, and whilst I will be rotating a lot of my lineup for it, I'd also want some starters out there with a chance to make the semis already. Elliot Anderson does brilliantly well, and it's 3-2. Goals galore on the South Coast. Gesand controls and tries to slide it through. You know who he's looking for, and why wouldn't he look for him right now? One for a 4th goal out there. But instead, as Hugo Larsson picks it up, he's got Sancho out wide and Sanchez in the middle. Oh, brilliantly done. Not much energy, but got the footwork and the dribbling. And you know he's got the finish if you can get one away. Come on. Oyan Sanchez bags another. 3-3. We've got 10 on the clock. I can't take my eyes off the screen. I think it's about 10 minutes remaining. But I can't check for sure. All I do know is that Larson's going to win that back. And yeah, 10 minutes to go. Can we find ourselves a late winner here after coming back from 3-1 down to possibly win 4-3? Channeling our inner 2016 Cleveland Cavaliers. Sanchez away from Taylor to win it. Oyan Sanchez, come on! What a comeback! Hat-trick, one for each team, but it's Sanchez who'll claim the match ball and the 3 points. What a thriller! Sorry, I got it wrong. It wasn't a hat-trick for Sanchez, it was 2, but his 2 goals ensure we will get the win late on, coming from behind to win it. What an absolute thriller. What a show of resilience and what a win for the Red Devils. Come on, 3 wins on the trot, no losses in 4, and finally, don't want to jinx it, we're getting a foothold after a tough start to the season. Right, we'll end on this, one more game today, Brentford at home in the Carabao Cup quarter-final, with a chance to reach the semi-finals of the League Cup in what I've called the most winnable competition of the 3. Our final game, Bees in the quarter-final. My goodness, this has been a terrible game. How is there 7 at St Mary's? Because tonight, we'll be lucky to see 7 penalties get scored. This is terrible. Absolutely awful game. But Brentford could win it late here. Marcus Thuram, brilliant dribbling. Miles Peart-Harris has probably won it. 18 to go. I've been awful. And the Bees are probably leaving for semi-final place. And that is embarrassing. Really embarrassing. Disappointing defeat. But to be fair, had a much rotated lineup out there, and it was still our weakest priority regardless. Plus, said it before, board don't count as towards our objectives, so not overly fussed. We're solely focused on getting back into the top 4 in the Premier League, and on the back of 3 straight wins in the league, that's where we are right now. So that'll do it for today's episode, guys. Big fan of you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. I'll return in the next one with more games in the league, aiming to stay in the top 4 after getting back in it. We'll have the FA Cup third round away against West Brom at the Hawthorns, and the January window will open where we might make some signings as well. Have a great day, much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.